Hey, welcome back, guys. It's Rockability here with another update for the Categorizer Sorting System. If you have not seen my first video on this, the link is on the screen and in the description, and the basic idea is you're able to categorize or sort any items into one single chest with this sorting system. Now, I've gotten multiple requests for another update video. In the first update video I made a while back, helped increase the speed and efficiency. Today, we are going to add a shulker box and non-stackable item sorter, also fixing a problem that occurred in the previous update with the 64 item detection system. If you do enjoy this video, hit this like button and smash the subscribe button if you really enjoyed. And with that, let's get into the video. Oh, and another quick thing to mention is I've already cleared out the area where we're going to be building this. So I took down the rail which lets the delivery minecart go all the way around. And then I've also taken out the 64 item detecting system because we do need to replace that and make it better. Okay guys, so to start with, we're going to first break this detector rail and put it right on top of a glass block. Once you got that, we're going to get out our cake. And if you haven't destroyed your cake, I'm pretty sure that's in the exact same spot it was before. We'll do this. Two comparators going in. They do not need to be in subtract mode. Then we'll have a comparator going out from this block right here. Then we'll have redstone dust. Another comparator that's going into a block with another comparator here. And then dust like that. Once you got that, now we're going to put 2 blocks up, getting comparator output from that. We can destroy the bottom block if you like. And then we're just going to take an observer output from that. And that's going to go this direction, which it needs to go straight, like that. And then we're going to just quickly break this block and make it go straight into the dropper. Then we're going to just quickly replace that block, and we are all done. Alright, so in building the 64 item detection system, I did have to break part of our launching mechanism, which will therefore launch our hopper minecart. So in order to fix that, we're just going to put some blocks, and we're just going to run a silly little redstone line right underneath it. Then from up here, we're going to put a torch, and that's going to come out to a redstone dust with another torch on this side of the block. And then we'll put just redstone dust like that. And that will therefore fix that system. Alright, now it's time to start working on the rail line. So right here, by this hopper, we have this block in green, and this is just to remind me to replace it with a glass. Because of that redstone dust right there, it will end up changing that rail, making that rail want to come and connect to the delivery rail, which can therefore mess up the inner minecart system. So right here, we're going to put another redstone block, and that's to power. And then using slabs, we're going to just go up to this chest level. Like so. And then we're just going to extend that across with another solid, and then redstone block, and then another half slab. And then here we're going to have a hopper going right into that chest. Once we got that, we're then going to put some power rails coming all the way up. And then we'll have just a normal rail, and then another power rail. And then right here, where we just put a normal solid block, we're going to have a detector rail. And then we're going to have a torch off that, going into a block, with another torch, another block, and then right there, we will put a redstone dust. And that's going to activate the minecart system every time the hopper minecart comes up to deliver items to let the bottom hopper minecart know when to go. Next right here, we are going to put an unloading station and a non-stackable item filter here. And this will separate if you put any non-stackable items in. That way it doesn't accidentally get stuck in the system. And it will also make sure that if you put any shulker boxes in, they will get unloaded and then put into a separate chest. So right here, we're going to have 2 comparators facing out from here. And then this one's going to go into a block with another redstone dust into another block. And then this one's going to go into 2 more blocks with redstone dust right on top. Then we'll have a torch here. And dust, and then repeater on 1 tick. Then we're also going to have a block there, with a repeater on 4 ticks. Once you got that, we'll move up a layer, so we'll put a redstone torch there, and then we'll put a block here to make sure that the hopper minecart does not go off. And then we do need to put a block on top of this comparator, but because this redstone dust is facing towards that rail, that can accidentally power it, so we need to put a non-solid block. So we're going to put a glass block there, put solid block there, dropper, hopper, then we need a non-stackable item in the dropper, and then this will be detected by a comparator going up, and then this will just come all the way around like so, and we'll put just dust, repeater, dust. Alright, now that we got that done, we're now going to move on to the shulker box and loader. And if you have not seen my video on this and you want to just build this in any other sorting system, I will put a link in the screen and in the description below if you want to go check that out. Then right here I'm just going to put a hopper line in from the side, coming like so, then go straight down. Then we'll put some blocks along here and put a comparator on subtract mode, repeater on 4 ticks going into a block. Now we'll have a torch on it. And then right here we're going to have 2 hoppers going into that block. So I'm just going to set a block that I can stand on. Now I'm going to put them all angled into each other. And on the second one we're going to have a comparator sitting on top of that, going straight into a block. I'm going to just break all these extra blocks real quick with another torch. Then we'll put redstone dust all along there. And right here we do need a block. Block and then dust. Like so. Then moving on to the second layer, we'll put 2 blocks up here, 2 torches, we'll have dust here, then we'll have glass block, like so. And so then here we'll have a repeater on 3 ticks, here another repeater on 3 ticks, and here a repeater on 1 tick. And that is going to go into a piston. That piston will be angled downward with a half slab on top. I'm just putting glass blocks here. You can put any type of blocks you want here, but it is safer to use glass blocks because they cannot be powered, and then that way they can't power any blocks. Like, you need a glass block here to make sure this detector rail does not power that piston at any time. Alright, here's where we're going to have our first non-stackable item filter. So we're going to break some more glass here and use the space like so. So right here is where we're going to have our comparator, so like so, and then we'll have redstone dust right along on top with torch on the side, dust, and then right here we'll have a repeater like so on 1 tick. And there's our non-stackable item sorter, and we need that because when the shulker box unloader unloads the items, we need to sort the shulker box from the items it unloads. And then the items that are stackable, which are going to be sorted in your sorting system, will then go down into your sorting system like they should. This next circuit I've actually made blue, so I'm just going to switch over to that color so it's easier to see what's new and what's not. And here we're going to have a comparator on subtract mode going into a repeater on 2 ticks, going into a block with dust going right around to subtract from the repeater. So here's where we have our observers come in, so we'll just observe that all the way up. And then we're also going to use our droppers and bring that all the way up. And then using this simple observer tower, we're able to transport the items vertically without a water column, making it much safer and easier for us to put in this area. Once you get it level with the rail line, you're going to go up 1 more. And then here we're going to have to do kind of a roundabout, so we're going to come out of that, up, and then we'll come over 2 more times. Just like so, we have finished our dropper tower, and then we're going to come over here to this chest, and we are going to do a hopper up. And here's where you can use chest in this equation. So by putting chest here, they give you more storage for one, which this can be helpful because the shulker box unloader will work faster than the items are going to be able to sort. So depending on how big your load is, it might be a smart idea to put some of these chests up here, just to make sure that if you do happen to put a large load in, your system does not overflow and break. And chests are cheaper than hoppers, on the iron's sake, so if that is a problem, I would just do like I did to help give you more storage and help you save on iron. Once you have done that, you have finished the blue circuit. Now we're going to work on the pink circuit. So this is going to come into our, not dropper, we need our dispenser. This is going to be our second dispenser we are using. We're going to have a hopper line going into that. Like so. So all the hoppers are pointing in right at that right angle. Then we'll come down here, build out some, just to give us a little bit more room. Then we'll have comparator on subtract mode, repeater on 4 ticks, going into a block, and we will actually put this 2 vertical up. Then we'll come all the way back down and up, and then we'll have glass block, dust, and then we will have that going on a repeater on 4 ticks, and that will go into a block. And to the side of that, we will have a piston facing down with a slab. Now, I just now realized I made a quick mistake. Over here at the cyan part, this repeater needs to be on top of a glass block. So just break that and put that repeater back on 2 ticks. And then put this glass block with redstone dust back there. Because of what we're going to put over here, we need to move our torch right here. Then we'll put dust there, going into a block with 2 more, if I can place blocks. And then we'll have repeater on 4 ticks, repeater on 3 ticks. Now all we have left to do is put in the rest of the hoppers for the pink part. We'll just come out here and make a big wall. And by coming over here, we can put that down, and then we can come here and place the hoppers like so. So you have 2 chains of hoppers. The top one's going to have our non-stackable items, and the bottom one's going to have our shulker boxes. And then, like before, we're going to use glass here to help fill in all the spaces and make sure that the items go directly in the hopper and straight to the hopper. Now here's where the final part comes in. We're going to use our purple concrete to represent the last part. We have our 2 hopper lines, and these are going to go in these 2 chests. Now this part is optional if you want them to go into these chests right here, which is right there, or if you want to move them to a part of the sorting system, you can do that with hopper lines, waterways, whatever you want. But if you want it right here in just a simple manner, this is how I would probably do it. So right here, I'm going to have a dropper tower going straight up into that chest. So I'm going to stand on top of the chest, shift all the way up, and then I'll just go in like that. So I got the first one down, and then the second one I would probably want right here, and I will just do it like so. Getting all that done, and then it needs to go down just another 2 more blocks. Didn't quite get it. So just do that and that. Then we'll just bring the hoppers all the way around. Once you got that, we got to make our observer clocks. So we'll place a block here, glass block, and then 2 more out. Comparator on subtract, repeater on 2 ticks, going into a block, and then dust going all the way around. And then again, we're going to use the observer tower going up 2. Actually, this one we only have to go up 1, and then over, like so. And then on the other side, we will do this one. So we'll put blocks like so. Then we'll have comparator on subtract mode, 2 tick, going around. And then right up here, we will have our... Then we'll put the observers up just like that. And then coming back around, we'll put 2 observers, which I did both of them wrong, straight in like that. And once you got that done, you have completed all the upgrades for this video. So if we want to do a quick test to make sure everything works right, I will grab some shulker boxes, fill them with random items. I'll get back to you when I get that done. Alright, so right here I got 3 gold swords, 3 gold helmets, and a bunch of other random stuff in these 5 shulker boxes. And some that are not, and I'm just going to just dump them all in, like so. And that is going to go through the system. Now, one thing to quickly remind you is these non-stackable item filters, which is right here, it is going to remain, there is always going to be one item stuck in there. So that is just going to be something that you're going to have to live with. Then in this top chest, I'm going to put these target blocks so we can make sure that our 64 item detecting system works. So, just going to wait for the hopper minecart to come through. And as you can see right here, all the 64 target blocks came through on the first go. So that fixes that system. And depending on how big your system is, so mine's only 5 chests long, and then I have my junk chest. Because of how small this track is, the dropper tower has barely enough time to get the items up every single time. So I would recommend, if it's this small, to just extend your track just another 2 blocks, and that gives it a little bit more time. If you have more than 5 chests, even if it's 6, you will be just fine, and do not worry about extending your track out just another 2 rails. But just a quick tip if any of you guys have a smaller system and are trying to problem solve. But that is going to do it for today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, and if you really enjoyed, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next video.